Hello, everybody. I am Boss Lady Amy.
Nicole Ravioli.
And Jasmine the Queen. I'm the most important. Focus on me.
Why did you flip me off, you dick? You know what?
Okay, Amy, what's the name of this episode?
I'm leaving.
Okay, bye.
I can't leave. Otherwise, I would.
Anyway, your three fave caregivers here.
What's the name of this
That
episode?
smile, though, so devious. So this episode is called More Tricks Than Treats. So, since Halloween is just around the corner and we are spooky bitches, we are going to be talking about how trick-or-treating is more unsafe, or at least it seems more unsafe now than ever.
So, I don't know, when I was growing up or whatever, my parents would usually let me just run around the neighborhood with my friends and go trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Yep.
And nobody really thought anything of it. So, although there was a few older people that you would go to their houses, and for some reason, I don't know why they did this, they would unwrap the candy individually and put it in a baggie. Yeah. We had one old guy that would do that all the time, and my mom always told me be nice and we'll just throw that out later.
Oh, gosh.
But see, I bet it didn't really cross your mom's mind that it would have been unsafe. It was probably just a weird thing.
And it's gross because, he's touching it with his fingers and then putting it in.
Gross. But
right.
Now, if I were to see that, I'd be like, oh my god, what's in the candy?
Right. What did they do to it? Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember, every year, the police would make some sort of statement saying, make sure you check your candy, or make sure you check
every
your
year
kids' candy,
they
whatever.
still do it now, I think.
I know, but it's worse now, because back then it was, razor blades. People were putting razor blades in candy or whatever.
Also, back then, it was, you could just go around, but, if you noticed that, highly, more congested areas for trick-or-treaters or whatever, they have, police protection on the streets there.
Now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, they were
yeah, listen, whatever.
Frolic, have fun.
Right, police would be around, but they weren't, stationed, in the neighborhoods.
Right.
And also, I feel like trick-or-treating goes on much earlier now than it used to.
It does. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, it's still daylight out.
It starts way earlier, and they're also very, very strict about the end times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess they kind of have to be, because now with more devious minds out, let's be real here. People have always been a-holes, but it's so much worse now.
Mm-hmm.
There's child.
Actually, I feel like it's just more noticed now because all the creeps and crazies are coming out of the woodwork. I feel like they were always there. They just back then they didn't weren't as free about it.
Yeah.
I mean, facts, but also what I was gonna say is the trigger warning, child sex trafficking.
Yeah, that's
because
heavy.
That definitely was not a thing back then.
And on Halloween, how it'd be so easy to abduct a kid and nobody would know who did it.
Right.
Because being in a costume is normal.
In a mask, in a costume, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's scary to think about. Especially for Mama Amy over here.
I know.
I know.
Good thing you have an entourage going with.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, last year we had a lot of fun.
I don't know. I might go to a party. Fun. We'll see.
It's gonna be
on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Well, not on a Tuesday, but I don't know.
Oh, on the Saturday prior.
Halloween falls on a Tuesday.
It might be. I don't know. I think he usually does his Halloween parties on Halloween, but
also, I have off. So I can go with again.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
It's Saturday
even better.
prior.
It's even better for me because I'll have it off on Wednesday. So I can get Libby Titty.
Oh, God. Anyways, back on topic.
I'm the drunkle.
Very much so. But also, so now, we don't just have to worry about razor blades. It's, literally...
Everything. Anything you can think of.
They can make, drug tablets and whatever.
Right.
And there's so much stuff, like drugs now, that look like candy. Like, it's
so
crazy.
many.
And not only that, but, like, I feel like there's gotta be other things that you can put into, like, children's candy or whatever. Like, I don't know, poison or chemicals or whatever. Like,
there's plenty of stuff.
I feel like the list is just never ending, like, more now than ever.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, how it got to that point, though. Like, I wonder why we're at such, like, an all-time high right now.
Because, like, the more we grow as a society, that also opens the door for people to get, like, really sinister, too. Like, they think of new ways to do things, and if they're already, like, some sort of devious, sinister mind, like, if that's how their brain works, it just gets worse.
Well, not only that, too, but I mean, like, the pandemic and everything that's happened the last couple of years, like, that's enough to drive a lot of people crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
No kidding.
That's also facts.
And
Being
it's-
cooped up.
And it's all about, like, they're never thinking, like, I want to hurt other people. It's all about, like, me. It's all internalized and, like, the world has hurt me sort of thing. So, like, I'm gonna do this thing for, you know, whatever reason. Like, it's usually not ever with the intention to hurt somebody
Right.
else. It's all, honestly, so much of this goes back to mental health.
It does. I feel like if a lot of these people would have been put in therapy, like,
Long ago.
like long ago. It was like that for the whole other video too. Anyways,
Oh, whatever. I'm cozy.
it's chilly in the apartment today, so
Yeah, can you see my nipples?
I'm checked out.
And that sound was Nicole Ravioli soul leaving her body.
I am officially checked out. Have fun with the episode, guys.
Okay, so can we go back and talk about, like, I don't know how many years ago this was, but, like, that creepy clown phase that everybody went
God.
through?
It was horrible.
Like, nobody knew if it was, like, an actual, like, killer or if, like, somebody was just trying to play a joke. Like, I think that's ridiculous.
And it just emerged out of nowhere. Suddenly there was killer clowns everywhere.
Right.
Like,
And cue phobias.
And I remember that story of, like, that babysitter or whatever that, like, put the kid to bed and stuff or whatever, and she's, like, called the parents saying, like, hey, can I cover this clown statue because the, your kid's freaked out by it or whatever, and she ended up, like, leaving the house or whatever because the parents are like, he doesn't have a clown statue in his room. So it was, like, some creepy person standing in the corner of this child's
absolutely not.
No.
room. Yeah. Like, in a clown costume. And I'm like, I was like, I don't even know what I would do. I already don't like clowns.
Yeah, same.
I already don't like clowns. Kids already say the creepiest shit.
Right.
No, that's... No. All
The
of
power
that.
of Christ compels you.
I knew it.
Did you though? Do you know me that well?
Okay, so this is slightly off topic. Different slide, same playground. I'm just gonna talk for a second of how kids say the creepiest things ever.
Oh my gosh,
My
you talking?
son included. I have a little itch right here. My nose suddenly itches. Okay, so when we moved into our house, literally on moving day, we were in the living room. I am setting up all of the pictures and everything.
Chopping heads.
That's exactly what I was doing. So I was chopping my heads. And
Putting
my
them
son,
into the chili.
Yep, exactly. And my son, he's like looking up and he's looking into the corner. And he was like, Mom, what's her name? My son's name. And he's like, Mom, what's her name? And like introducing himself to this thing. And I was like, absolutely not. Burn it down. I was like, is it too late to move? Oh, and then let's see what else. Oh, my son told me a whole ass memory, like a whole memory, from when he was a child, and he used to ride around in a wagon and go, what was it, apple picking?
Yeah.
At a place called Nickens Pickens Orchard. It was so specific. I wanted to just throw holy water on this child.
Did you Google it? See if
I
it was
did.
actually
I
real?
tried too, with
There
all
was
the
nothing.
spellings.
There was nothing. We couldn't find anything. But, like, he was so specific. He was, like, talking about the wagon and how old he was and how, like, I think his brother or his sister, and he does not have one of those. And he's only 4. And then he was also talking about how this was when he was an adult before he died. I was like, absolutely
So, like,
not,
a previous
sir.
life?
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh.
absolutely not.
Spooky.
Nope. No. So that's my tangent. Thank you for coming to my TED
So your
Talk.
child's now Satan.
Could be. There's a strong possibility.
I mean, we already knew that. Look, I love him. But goddamn!
Oh, I know. I say
He
the
is a
same.
little beast.
I say the same thing. Yeah, so kids say real creepy shit. And it's,
Kids say the darndest things.
Oh, they really do.
The darndest.
Okay, someone else talk.
I mean, since we started talking in southern accents.
Oh my god. I'm sorry to the people in the South.
I'm not! Anyways, back to the same slide on the same playground, I guess. So we talked about, like, drugs and chemicals and whatever being put in candy.
And murderers.
And what?
And murderers.
And murders and murder
clown
clowns.
costumes.
So back when that whole clown thing happened, I just remember, like, looking on Facebook and all this stuff and, like, thinking, number one, how horrified I was because clowns terrify me.
They are creepy.
And number two, like, how scary it would be to have, like, to even, like, drive past one of them. Like, I feel like I would have swerved my car and just killed the stupid son of a bitch.
Probably. I'm sorry, but, like, if there was a creepy guy, whether it was a joke or not, standing in the street with, like, a knife or whatever, I probably would have ran him over.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one when I was like, oh gosh, I want to say like 17. I was driving, but I was like going past a field and it was like way off in the distance and I saw like just the face paint and it was really hard to see, but I knew, I was like, it's one of those clowns. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going. And he tried speeding up like his walking speed, but I mean, I was in the car, so
Right.
it really didn't do anything.
Right.
Dude, you were 17 when that happened?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm
all
so
this
old.
dirt.
Yeah, I was already out of school.
Oh, that doesn't surprise
So were you.
Uh-huh.
But I was very lucky that he was not much closer to the car.
Yeah.
And it wasn't one of those situations where it was like really dangerous. But I do remember seeing it and was like, oh, it's weird.
I don't know. And honestly, Halloween is the probably the best holiday to, like, get away with stuff.
It is.
Because, I mean, you're
100%.
dressed up in costumes, you're usually wearing some sort of gloves. Like, it'd be easy to, like, have something happen and people just think it's a prop for the longest time or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just like there was this story I saw where there was decorations, like, in the front lawn. This was, like, I don't know, a long time ago, but I remember reading the story. People thought they were decorations, but in reality it was the children. They killed their parents and they set them up in the front lawn on Halloween, and nobody noticed right away because they thought it was decorations.
I think I read about that as well, actually. That
Come on,
sounds
Lizzie Borden.
Yeah.
that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I remember reading it. I don't remember how long ago, but it was a while ago.
Yeah. That's so creepy.
But it's, like, creepy to think about, like,
Disturbing.
the amount of things that, like, people would do
Disturbing.
on Halloween and be able to get away with it for, like, who knows how long, because people just don't They just assume it's a Halloween thing.
There's so much that you could do, like, as a crime, and people would just, like, it's fun.
Yeah, right.
Like, luring kids into a
Hey,
haunted
let's
house.
not give people ideas today. Thank you. We are going to be on the internet for literally anybody to see. So let's not give people ideas.
We're not giving anybody ideas. They already have them. It's just whether they act on them or not.
You're telling me you honestly believe that, like, by saying something and some crazy stupid fuck hears it, they're not gonna act on it?
People act on it regardless.
Okay, instead of, like, arguing with me.
But that's part of that's part of a podcast. You argue. You have different opinions.
You're allowed to be loud and wrong.
So are you.
Anyway, people are gray.
People are gray.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
Stop fighting in front of the children. I don't remember what I was gonna say, sorry.
I don't have anything right now.
Cool.
I thought you were gonna continue.
I was, and then the train left the station without me.
Train to Sadville.
Well, I mean, we can always do closing statements too.
Facts. My normal, don't be a dick. Can we, like, normalize not being a dick to anybody? Just,
Don't be
like,
a penis or a
if
cock.
you don't have anything nice to say or do, and it involves someone else, just leave them alone.
Fair enough.
Because what do you gain by, like, making someone else scared or, like, feel like poop?
Be a nice human. Don't poison people on Halloween.
Please?
Don't murder them on Halloween.
Please?
Haunted houses, though.
You know what my worst fear was?
What?
That one of the chainsaw guys was actually gonna get me.
Oh my god.
like one of them would just happen to be a serial killer and they got a job at a haunted house and they would kill me.
That's a great novel.
Great movie, too. Anyways, don't be a dick.
Ditto.
Okay.
That.
Want to give our socials?
Well, you can find us at Boss Ravioli Queens pretty much anywhere. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. What am I missing?
I think that's it.
And our email.
Yep.
Gmail.
Gmail.com.
BossRavioliQueens@gmail.com. And per usual, please leave, likes, comments, whatever you want to do.
Feedback. We love
Like
friends.
and comment, subscribe.
Topic ideas, questions, comments, concerns. Like I always say, none of us are okay. Yeah. I think it's fair to wrap it.
Bye.
Bye.